know, drummer, this is the place to be, using your finger all the way to glory. Follow the rhythm, snap, snare, kick the beat like an algorithm. You'll soon get it. Tap your fingers like a human jackhammer. If you miss one out, don't act like a loser. Get back on track before you mess it up. Fake it, make it, and toughen up, buttercup. Now focus, you can't afford to miss a beat. Stay with me, you ain't got time for any tweet. There's more coming, you should stay in line. Here's more drumming, no time to whine. If you think this is hard, just wait till the end. This sure gets worse as is the usual trend. It's bend or break, fingers flowing like crazy. Make no mistakes, don't you dare get all clumsy. Clap, clap, think you're up to the task. Think you got time to smile and bask. We're going minimal, digital and completely lethal. It's a gamble, a hassle, a razzle, dazzle. But wait, here comes the final. Digit on the drums, don't you ruin the mood. Clap back on the beat, finger licking good. Go down on the snare, pretend you're drowning. Boom boom goes the bass when you start banging. Fingers crossing, working up to the climax. Smack that, tap that, maximize your impact. No butterfingers here, we won't go slower. Grind up till you're feeling on fire. Grind up till you're feeling on fire.
this was a very smooth transition once again.
Very, yeah. Definitely no, like that's
I was like clicking on the wrong button. I was like, wait, I'm doing this wrong.
Yeah.
It's fine.
That's fine. It's
Hello,
okay.
everyone.
I'm gonna buy you a Stream Deck.
Oh, that would be fun, actually.
Just so that you can pre-program the whole transition,
Like,
and you just push one button and it does the thing. we could do that without a Steam Deck. To be fair, we could program a little.
we
macro,
could program a macro.
make a
That would
small
mean
thing.
extra work. I already do programming full time these days.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
Thank
Steam
you,
Deck.
Egan. Very clean, very professional. See?
Yeah, I know it's been a while.
Look at our beautiful drooling face in the background, by the way.
A year of streaming, and we still can't do a transition. Terrible,
We
terrible.
could have set them up, I
We
know.
refuse to learn.
I think I also forgot to show your name. Like, there's two of us here.
Got me.
I'm a professional.
Definitely double check everything before stream.
We were not like chatting about random stuff.
No, certainly not.
I already forgot what we were talking about. That's fine.
It's okay.
Nothing very interesting, probably. We're talking about this and the tongue and moving this head about, and this drool is way over the top, but
Yep.
it was to test things.
Yep, Seb added drooling.
I had this afternoon. Like, I was like, okay, I don't want to look at code for a bit. Let me just add some drooling animation real quick to figure out how this would possibly work. And I like it.
It's gross.
That's why I like it.
I know.
It's perfect.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, the progress this week has been interesting on the kissing simulator thingy.
It was so much work.
So much work.
So much work and not much to show for it. The game looks basically the same.
Yeah.
But I redid the entire controller because the physical skeleton stuff just made everything explode all the time. And
Oh, if you haven't seen the videos we've posted this week, it's fairly representative of everything that happened in the game before you redid the
yeah, it was a mess. It was I didn't like it.
Here it is. But yeah, every time you made it, yep.
I don't know why this is happening.
Don't know either.
And
But it is.
And I don't know how to fix it, so I just decided to
Change the whole system.
remove everything, and now there's no more physical bones in here. It's all it's a skeleton, but there's no physics involved.
Yep.
Which will get messy once we add the new thing, the tongue.
Tongue. I made a tongue. I also
Yeah.
cleaned the whole movement thingies due to
Yeah,
the bones, and it was a pain. That was long and painful. But I made a tongue, and that was actually fast and fun. So here it is. It moves. We have a tongue.
We have a tongue.
And it's all directed by this one little bone at the top,
Yeah.
at the tip of it,
Yeah.
which allows you to do all sorts of things.
I might give some of the bones some constraints here and there. I don't know how I'm going to do the whole go through the mouth thing yet, but we'll see.
We'll see, yeah.
I think it's going to be the base of the tongue that's going to change. Right click to put it back, and it's going to be attached here and maybe start further back in the throat.
Mhm.
And when you open the mouth,
Yeah.
the tongue will slowly dribble out.
Yeah, be fun.
I don't know.
That would work. I just was like, I need to make it much longer in case we want to do things with
Yeah.
it. I need to still give room for if we want to push it back or up and stuff. But
Yeah.
I need to see how it looks out and stuff. So that's how I designed it.
Yeah, I think this is pretty good.
Yeah, no, it works very well.
And it's longer than the nose, which is the plan also. We need to be
You
able
can touch the nose with the tongue.
to do this on
Very important.
on your partner. face.
Very important.
Because there's stuff you can do. You can touch noses with your tongue. You can touch the nose, the lips, the teeth,
Mhm.
and the other tongue with your
Mhm.
tongue.
Mhm.
Which is how you score points.
Absolutely.
Hopefully, at some point.
Maybe.
Well, the system for the points is in there.
Yeah.
I just need to add the tongue.
Yeah.
And then we can start testing it.
Just need
Yeah, just need to add the tongue. I think that's going to take
Oh, it's
probably all week.
Yeah.
Easily.
It's going to mess up things.
We might go back to the physical skeleton next week.
Again.
I've learned a lot by doing this, so it might help. Maybe.
Who knows?
So much stupid code. It's not cleaned up yet. It's a mess. And some stuff worked, some other stuff didn't, and I was like, whatever. I'm done now. Moving on. But the scoring system is completely integrated. It's just waiting for the correct body parts to touch the correct body parts, and you can already get points. Just right now, since there's no tongue, this just does nothing.
Yeah, tongue tease doesn't do anything.
It's never called.
Tongue whatever doesn't do shit.
Because there's like 8-ish variations. Wait, they're up top. I think there's 8 ways you can touch. They're here. You can tongue, nose, tongue, lips, tongue, teeth, lips, teeth, nose, and teeth.
Yeah, sounds about right.
And so far, nose works, lips works, and lips, teeth sometimes work.
Yeah.
Not always, but whatever. And that's it.
Good.
Hey.
Good.
30% of the way or something.
Good.
40? I don't know.
Oh.
Math is hard.
Yeah, it is. It is, definitely. But yeah, it's gonna be that's how it's gonna base things.
Should we show off the game and maybe have a kiss?
Maybe have a kiss. Come on.
Let's kiss.
Let's kiss. In a haunted house.
Apparently. Yeah, not yet, but...
There we go.
I'm moving forward very slowly. No! Ah.
Lips, positive.
Oh yeah, there's still the temporary voiceover.
Nose, positive. Nose, positive.
I'm testing out if the nose breaks.
Positive.
It's fine.
Lips, teeth, positive.
Kissy.
Lips, positive.
Kissy. Do the fucking kissing, dude.
I'm kissing. Look.
Lips, positive.
I'm drooling all over the place.
Lips, positive.
It's perfect.
Nose,
you cannot
positive.
kiss well straight on. You need to bend over a little bit. Yay!
It's very difficult.
What did I touch? Oh, whatever.
Enter.
I think I touched the enter button because I usually never pull out my.
Yeah, I don't know if
keyboard.
I wouldn't want it to be
the other way around.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well. Right now it's up to open the mouth, but it doesn't really feel natural.
No, it doesn't.
And it would be down to open the mouth, and then it will be up to purse the lips, probably.
Oh, that'll be fine, yeah.
That's what I wanted to do, but since I haven't yet set up that, I didn't change it yet.
Yeah, okay. So
but yes,
to purse and
up to purse the lips
nose,
and down to
positive.
open the mouth.
Lips,
and I'm hesitant to maybe have it be fixed so that it doesn't maybe I can also for the posing. Right now they're always moving backwards slowly, and maybe we could have them just stop if you let go of the button, but I'm not sure.
No, I like the fact that
nose,
it's
positive.
elastic, because it
nose,
feels very
positive.
difficult.
Lips,
yeah.
teeth,
surprisingly
positive.
difficult to think of everything. Like I keep forgetting
nose,
to knock
positive.
the head and stuff.
Yeah.
Now I imagine that I have the tongue to manage.
Yeah, the tongue will be on the right stick, and it's going
yeah.
to be a mess.
And it's basically the quap of kissing.
The quap of kissing, yay!
Like, you have to think of all the little things. Like, you don't want the nose to touch, you want the lips to touch, you don't want the teeth to touch, but you do want the tongues to dance. And so you have to think of everything. You can't stop going towards the person, applying pressure.
I've clearly started over analyzing every kiss I ever.
Yeah, no, it's
have.
terrible. Do you see? It ruins your dating life. Don't make games, people.
It's a mess. It's really terrible. I've started thinking about it every time.
You have these moments where you're like very self-conscious of everything that's
You're
happening.
like, oh, wait a second.
Like, it's like, yeah, I don't move my jaw that much.
And then again, I explained it to my partner, of course,
Yeah, me too.
because it's weird and I needed to explain. And well,
Oh.
at some point she even told me, "I'm thinking about it. Wait."
Yeah, exactly. No, I've had to interrupt some makeout sessions because they're like, no, this is awkward now. Now this is
Wait,
weird.
I'm thinking about
I'm
work.
thinking
This
about-
is not good.
No. I need a moment. I need to get back into the moment because it's ruined for me right now. It's very funny though, but yeah, it's definitely a bit a few moments where you have like, please just stop. Just stop thinking about it. Just focus on what's happening, please.
Don't make games; they'll ruin your love life.
Oh yeah, definitely. But yeah, no, my partner also knows about it, and it's and sometimes like they see me just start giggling for
Mhm.
nothing, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm thinking about work, and they're like, stop.
Stop.
Terrible. But yeah, no, I try to separate life and work and stuff, but
Yeah.
you know,
It's fine.
yeah, it's fine.
You'll start thinking about your tongue works next.
No, it's fine. I'd rather not.
Think about your tongue.
Yeah. I'm gonna
Think
do
about
this.
it. How it moves in your mouth. Like,
Yeah, no, I had to because I was like, how do you
How-
reproduce this effect? in
how do
real
you
life?
move a
Because
tongue?
you basically have something that's very stretchy.
Yeah.
Like a tongue is very stretchy.
Maybe it's
It-
not stretchy enough, and that's the.
But the thing is,
thing.
I don't know how to stretch things in Blender.
I know how to stretch stuff in Godot, so I think it's fine.
So I think that's good. Good. Great.
I think I'll just gonna grab this bone and put it further away, and it's going
Yeah.
to be like, okay,
That
well,
works.
this is now further away.
It's very hard to do in the posing system of Blender.
Mm.
Yeah, this tongue is nightmarish. It's a tentacle tutorial.
Yeah, we followed the
the-
tentacle tutorial.
The
for
whole
it.
rig is a very easy tentacle tutorial. I think there are many ways to do it more in a more complex way, in a much more controlled way, with more ability to change things. But this is very straightforward, very easy, and I think we shouldn't complicate that more.
I think this is what we have to do.
This is
Because
what we
I
do.
think that if you go like to animated movies territories and stuff,
Yeah.
their tongues must be a nightmare because they must have like possibilities to twist them slightly. So maybe
can.
there's like 3 angles or something. I don't know.
You can if you use the circle
Yeah,
bone.
that's true.
You can
R.
yeah. R is a
R.
rotation.
And then you can not this
So-
way. R and then
It depends on the point of view. So
Y.
right click. Oh yeah, Y.
I can not Y.
X.
It was X. Here we
There
go.
You
I
can
can-
actually twist it, and turn it and stuff.
Yeah.
And you can use the various ways. But yeah, basically it will follow the rotation of this bone,
Yeah.
but locally. So all the base bone will follow that, and because it's the anchor bone.
Mm.
All the tongue does that, but that's only in Blender. Like in Godot, it functions slightly differently. So
Yeah.
it will have a different effect. But I still felt like, you know what, I'm putting it.
It's
it in.
fine.
And if it doesn't do the effect because it's only the anchor bone.
Oh, but this I can do with the Ikey, the
Yeah.
inverse kinematics stuff.
Yeah, well,
This is easy because it's one bone. It's one
Yeah.
chain.
It's basically called an Ikey bone.
Yeah, well,
Like they
that's
make
what
you
it is.
Yeah,
That's what
So-
that plugin does that I added to Godot the other day.
yeah. Well, it's
For the
one
nose.
of the constraints of. Yeah,
Here,
I
this
could
one.
use that for the bone. To be fair.
See, like this, and then
Yeah, I could have made that for the bone. If
I
you
can
want.
move the nose over here.
Now that I know how to do that, I know. I mean, I
Yeah.
could do it in Blender if you need.
We'll see. Maybe for the mouth it would be useful if you can add an Ikey thing that will add do basically all the calculations for the posing that we tried earlier?
I can't do that because the movements is very different in Blender.
Oh yeah.
It's only rotation basically. Like it's not only that, but it's complicated. The posing system relies on that, on you not modifying the size of the bones
Yeah, yeah.
or the position of it. You can only rotate them
It's strange.
from their anchor because
Yeah.
it really works like bones connections.
Mm.
Except you have to add any restriction so that like your finger cannot necessarily bend backward. You have to add that.
Yeah.
But otherwise, it's always anchored. That's why the bones are in arrow shape. It's because the anchor is where you will move it from, and you can't change that in the posing system for the animation system. You can still do other things if you cheat with the skeleton, but it changes the skeleton every time. So
Yeah,
it doesn't necessarily.
strange.
I don't know. Maybe I just haven't gone over the Blender animation system deep enough.
Yeah,
because
it's strange.
Yeah, it's very unique. So, well, not necessarily unique, but it's such a different system than Godot.
And it's a workflow we have never tried before.
Yep.
And that's why it's hard.
So let's see. But I don't know if I could do that. I don't know. Maybe.
I don't know.
Fair, I haven't tried modifying the size when posing and stuff, so maybe it's that. Maybe that would be useful.
Maybe
Maybe I could
reactivate the
change
drooling. It gives some visual flair to our beautiful stream here.
It's terrible. It's gross.
It's so much.
Ew.
I can't wait to add the sound effect. Oh, I broke one. Here we go.
It's terrible.
But yeah, this was fun. I was trying to do it with a particle system, and I ended up to just making a mesh and deforming it, like making it long. And this is pretty much inspired by all the N64 games that used to do this.
Yeah.
Maybe they still do this in games. I'm not sure. I don't know.
Here and there, I guess.
Here and there, when you.
In a much more subtle way.
Yeah, of course. This is not subtle.
But also, there are nowadays what you do is you rig when you make 2D games, you rig them for animation too.
Yeah.
So you do deform the 2D assets a lot too, and you have to use different layers and stuff to animate 2D models. It's also the same technique used in VTubing.
Maybe we should make a 2D game one day.
Yeah, we could.
I don't know.
But it's a very similar thing. It's just in 2D, so that you create animations and stuff. But it does use deformation, so it's still there. It's just better.
This is very, very crude. I made this in like 10 minutes.
Yeah, no, that's the basic of it, and it works.
I was like, okay, well, how can I do this? This is my first test, and it works. I did this at I did this 2 hours ago. So yeah, it took 10 minutes, and it's fine. It works.
I arrived here, and Seb was just before I left.
Yeah, I sent you the video file
on Discord, being like, "Hey, I made drool."
Yeah, you sent me the tongue. I was like, "Oh, this is fun because I just made this."
Yeah. True. Yeah.
So today was disgusting day.
Yeah, today was
very
humid, moist.
Yeah,
it was a moist day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I cannot think of a pun to make.
Yeah.
No, it's fine. Whatever.
It's enough.
I don't need more puns.
No, you don't. But yeah, no, that's the progress of this week. It hasn't been.
It hasn't been that much.
It's been interesting because we've had to move around things a lot. So like you had to redo things. I had to add and clean things a lot.
Yeah,
it's a bit complex.
I think maybe the poly count for the nose, for example, is still really high.
Probably
because I've tried making it a soft body.
Oh.
And a soft body takes basically every vertex and makes it a specific point that it calculates in real time.
I don't know. Go to Blender.
And that's a lot.
Let me see Blender.
Let me see.
Control. Okay, come.
Yeah, go ahead.
Gib.
You're Blender person. Yeah,
Oh,
see,
okay, fair enough.
it's a lot.
It's still a lot, yeah.
And I think the ears as well, or maybe the ears got cleaned up. I don't remember. Yeah. Yeah, because they need the shape. I can see that. Yeah.
Just enough. Yeah, it is. No, but I can actually.
Yeah, since they only get switched a little bit, I can understand that the tongue is really high poly, but the nose doesn't really need to be. Oh, it's fine. We'll see how. Yeah.
Because it will move and deform a lot, I was like, I shouldn't make it too much because the deformation will be more complex
Yeah, that's
or
true.
more buggy if I add too many. And because it's a very simple shape, it was much easier.
Yeah, we'll
also,
see.
I'm getting really better at Blender.
Yeah.
So the more I progress in one project, the more I shouldn't hesitate to redo a few things. Like I redid the eyelids; they're much simpler, they're much better.
They look so professional. Look at them.
Actually, they don't. A professional will not make a very symmetrical and very.
Oh yeah, we'll make it.
And a very regular thing. Because if you need to animate something, when you create it in Blender, you account for that. The parts that need to be animated have a number of faces and a poly count.
Oh yeah.
That is according to what moves and how. Like the tongue doesn't need that many polygons, but because we wanted to squish the nose, I have no idea. So I made everything the same. Whereas the tongue, I'm like, I don't need the base to be that high poly. I need the tip to be smooth though. So stuff like that. And it will probably smoosh. So.
But since once you're in game, it doesn't look like much.
Yeah.
It doesn't register that there are so many polygons, I think.
Yeah, so far so good. And also because we don't have that many things on screen, it doesn't.
Yeah, it's fine.
And also it
nose positive.
That high number of polygons.
No, it's fine.
But nose positive.
I can simplify it. Know that we know how to move it.
Positive.
I like that it moves now. It's still a little bit jerky, but it's fine.
Do you want me to? Maybe.
I want to show off the mouth. Wait, I'm here on this side now.
Positive.
Yeah, and it kind of works. You can do this, and we're not at the Death Stranding nose thing that I wanted, but it's fine.
No, I think it's fun like that.
And I like that it's a little jerky and messy.
Nose
we
positive.
do actually have a bit of it when we
nose
it's
positive.
just when we're just blub 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 that is fun. But otherwise, if
let's
we do
cross left, right, left, go left, right.
Nose
see,
positive.
it's sort of working.
Yeah, you can actually really bug it. That's fun. Okay, that's for speech.
Nose positive.
Oh yeah, if you move real close and you start getting points,
lips, teeth.
Sometimes it gets into a spiral and you just get points forever. Like you can, if you go like this and then open the mouth real quick, you can get a bunch of points real fast.
Oh,
see?
I'm not sure if that's how kissing works, but it does.
In our game, it works like that. And I like that the heads don't move anymore, but the drooling continues.
We need to check on the drool.
And I like this. The lips smacked and the nose is smushed, and this is a little thing. The teeth knocks will pretty much always be 0 at the moment, but we'll figure out later.
Yeah. Also, I did start to work on to just for a test. I don't know if you saw on the Patreon. I haven't pushed it because I'm not sure I want to keep it. Work on materials.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Without using any filter or anything, just looking at what it would do with just the simple base materials and textures of
like just this.
Just so material override.
And just do here
there's a
color.
picture in the Patreon art post of this week.
Let's see. Can I do a good skin color now, real quick? A bit like this, and then a little more transparent. No.
You have to have something underneath.
Yeah, I know.
That doesn't work.
And the transparency is
also,
deactivated.
White people's skin is basically
it's yellowish.
It's basically all colors. You have to add blue.
Yeah.
Just in different amounts depending on your undertone.
Oh, it's fine.
Don't put too much. But basically, a salmon color is a bit of everything.
We could also just have like
No.
Lucha Libre masks.
No.
Aw.
Well, we can, but not that way.
No, I know.
But yeah, I'm considering it, and I'm not sure I want to go that way.
Mhm.
Or maybe I'll go look towards the usual
Yeah.
filters and materials,
Find some shaders and
fun
stuff.
shaders and stuff, because I'm like not satisfied with it.
Yeah, maybe if you have like some subtle gradients here and there, it would
Yeah,
make it a lot
maybe.
better.
Maybe, I don't know. I want it kind of a bit slimish to make it
Mhm.
more clay,
Yeah.
modeling clay, but not that much. If you want to go to the Patreon, I mean,
Let
I
me
think
see.
it will be
Hopefully it will not open on the wrong page.
It
will
does.
wrong. Hey, you've seen nothing. Haha.
Yes, enough. Good job.
Where is the Patreon? Here it is. Hey, they fixed their dumb captcha thing to check if you're a human,
Kind of.
because it took ages.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's nice. I
That's
kind of like it.
not bad.
It's not terrible.
It's not
But
terrible, but
yeah.
I play with the roughness a bit, but I'm not satisfied with
No,
it.
I think we'll need a shader. Maybe there is some pastel. No, maybe more
Maybe.
shiny
Maybe.
thumbprints stuff and shaders.
Maybe, or worst case scenario, I have to paint things,
Yeah.
and then I can see how I can modify the color more easily.
Mm.
But it's a bit of a pain because I don't want to have to paint everything,
No, we don't want to paint
because
everything.
I have to paint every mesh individually once again,
Exactly.
which is not
That's going to
very
take forever.
comfortable. It would be nice as a render result. I'm quite
Yeah,
confident
yeah.
that I could make something very nice.
But also, we want
time
to.
constraints.
Yeah, we want to release this game in about 1 to 2 months.
Yeah,
Like before we go on holiday,
yeah. We have 1 month and a half basically.
basically.
So I'm like, not sure.
Because I think you said you weren't there like the first week of July or something.
Last week of January
Of June.
June,
Last week of June.
mostly, yeah.
So
I
so
can
the
do
goal
some
is
distance
to
work, but
finish the game by then and release it before you go.
I mean, I can do still things.
Yes, but then it will be over 12 weeks. And we said we
Okay.
didn't go over.
Fair enough, but we could release it that week.
Of course.
I could be there for like maybe 1 hour
Yeah,
for a
yeah,
stream, and then leave. Probably in wet conditions.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is what I spent a lot of time above. It's
Oh
just,
yeah,
like,
the
stuff
weight
like
painting
that,
goes
the weight
crazy
painting, like when you try to move a bone and suddenly it moves parts of things that shouldn't move, and you don't know why, because you told the thing you're not supposed to move, but it still does. And it's like 1 pixel somewhere has the wrong color in the weight painting, and it's unsufferable.
Yeah. Well, I got this, so that's
Yeah,
also fun.
That's fine.
I don't really know how it happens. I was just like trying to add something to the mouth here, and it just basically started moving everything. It's this one. If I give it a second one and just give it like the chin or something, it basically explodes immediately. And then you're like, what's going on?
What's going on?
And they're like, let's make it back to normal and put it back to 0, but that's not it either.
That's worse.
So you need to get it over here, and then you need to get back, and then you need to rotate it. And you start to get really strange faces. See, now we're getting somewhere.
That was my limit test basically for the weight painting.
Yeah.
That if I want to make a simpler emotion, can I?
Yeah.
And the answer was no until Monday.
Yeah.
Or even yesterday at some point. Like, the answer was no, because everything was moving all over the place. Damn, the eyes, the eyelids, the nose, the teeth, the lips. Damn it.
So yeah, this
Faces
IKEY
are
thing,
hard.
it sort of works, but it's kind of strange, and I'm not entirely sure how everything works. But like, this is sort of doing it. I need to move it a little bit to this side.
Yep, yeah, here.
Here we are, ish, sort of.
Kinda.
But then if you want to open it, you do this, and you're like, well, not really, but also a little bit like this, and also a little bit like this.
doesn't. No, that's not.
And see, it
That's
doesn't
fine.
exactly do what I want to.
Yeah, it doesn't.
So it's
doesn't.
sort of strange. But you can also do just the position, preserve the rotation or whatever. If I preserve the rotation, it works a lot better.
Yeah.
But then at some point you're like, yeah, but now I want to rotate. And then you can't.
No.
So you need to add another one.
Yeah.
And in the end, I just decided to not do that and do everything with the skeleton here and
enough.
adjust it by code.
Yeah.
Which is not something I thought I would ever say.
But sometimes it's the simpler method.
Sometimes it's the simpler method. Is this the simpler method? Maybe not.
Yeah.
I could maybe have spent more time trying to figure it out, but I was like, no, I want it to be done.
Yeah, I want it to work at some point. Like
I
to
want
look
it to
like
work.
something.
I don't want to spend like 3 weeks looking at documentation and trying stuff out that doesn't work
Yeah, me neither.
before ending up with something that works. It's the same thing when I make music. I want it to be done like now.
I am. Sometimes I'm like, I do want to make it very good, and I will go into documentation. But when it comes to it, like even the skeleton and stuff, you sent me help from Reddit and stuff, advice and stuff, and I'm like, I really don't want to learn that right now. Like, this sounds great. It's just I have to do a whole other skeleton on top of it. No.
Where's my ranting minute image when I need it?
Fuck off. But yeah, no, it's like sometimes yes, sometimes no. No way. But also because this week I was on top. Fuck off. On top of that, I was sick half the week, so
Yeah, it's fine.
I'm like,
You did
yeah,
great.
so
Look at the damn thing. It works.
it works. It
And we
has
have a tongue.
It's much cleaner in terms of animation.
Tomorrow I'm going to be putting this tongue in the game,
I'm
and it's
gonna
going to be
receive so many weird pictures and videos.
it's going to be a mess because I do not know how it's going to work and how it's
neither.
going to affect everything.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
It will have to have so many constraints. I don't know.
I don't know either.
Yeah.
I'll look into it at first, but yeah, no, it was way too easy to rig it, so I'm expecting to have to redo it in a much more complex way.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see.
Within 2 weeks.
We'll see. This is something at least.
Yeah, it works. So,
But I can anchor it to this bone over here, to this place.
That's a good idea.
And then it will just stick there, and it will move according to this bone specifically, which is the correct place.
Yeah.
And it's going to be great.
I mean, if you select both select the whole thing in the library, it's much simpler.
Where
Just-
here? No,
Nope.
that's the other one.
Yep.
Tongue rig.
Select it. Rotate it. Try to anchor it where you want.
Like this. I don't want to anchor it like this because I want to have the offset and stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
But it's basically going to stay here, and I'm going to anchor it to this, but it will have that offset, and the offset will stay the same,
Okay.
whatever you do.
Sure.
And I can change the offset if I want to.
Okay.
So basically, if I change the position of just the tongue, it doesn't affect, it will still be anchored to this bone. So whatever the head does, the bone will just follow.
Yeah,
The tongue will just follow.
I probably can do that in Blender too, but I'm not sure.
Oh, it's fine. I don't need it. I
Yes,
don't
mean,
need
with
it.
the same technique as the I key thing.
Yeah.
I assume I can, anchor it to another amateur, but
This is the way these bone attachment things are made for characters that hold weapons.
Mm.
So you basically give
Yeah.
it to the hand, and then the sword get attached to it,
it's this. Yeah.
and that's the basic the use case that made this thing exist.
Mhm.
And then I've cannibalized it to do weird stuff like this.
Fair enough.
Like the nose. There's a left and right nostril basically that detects if the other head is there and will deform the nose, and there's so much stuff. It's so weird.
Yeah.
And I ended up hooking these bones up further back, like if you hide the head. These shapes are attached over here.
Mhm.
because if I attach them over here and the lips move, the shape moves, and then it doesn't detect correctly anymore. Because it was like, okay, now I'm in, now I'm out, now I'm in, now I'm out. And like, no, I want you to stay there and tell me when there's something in this spot.
Yeah.
Instead of having collision shapes that move about, which is what messed me up all day today, because I was like, why are you not just telling me, okay, I'm in here, it's good. And it was like, no, I'm in, I'm out, I'm in, I'm out, there's something here, there's something not here. And it was because the lips kept twitching all over the place.
Mhm.
So it just detected it and didn't detect it anymore. And that's
much.
what was messing up my calculations all the time.
Mhm.
And I tried to smooth them out. I tried to remove stuff. I tried to change them, simplify and stuff.
But no, the simplest way was just to anchor the detection collision.
Yeah, just
to
anchor it over here to a place
Yeah.
that doesn't move, like to the teeth, basically. And have it be in front of the teeth and done.
Yeah, that works.
so much stupid stuff.
Oh, I didn't capture that. I probably should have. But the basic weight distribution for the teeth made them very soft. Very soft and able to do things they shouldn't do.
Soft and squishy teeth.
Yeah, soft and squishy teeth. Very claymation teeth.
Perfect.
So it was. I think most of nowadays they're not as much. I think the bottom one. It's so. It does do a few things.
Well, but we're not going to be doing any. And well, from this side it looks fine, and
Yeah.
as long as it looks fine from this side, it's
Exactly.
good.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
So I didn't. But the first iteration of it, like you had only basically the anchor was to the front of the teeth
Yeah.
mostly. The back was not affected at all by movement. So the teeth would go like
Yeah.
with the mouth. It was very funny, but also very weird to see. Like it does make you feel your teeth, when you think about it too much.
Yeah.
So that's pretty funny.
I was thinking about doing a video where with a song
Mhm.
and have the mouth do like this in the rhythm with the voices.
Oh yeah.
I have like I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, sure. Good
I spend
commercial
way too
video.
much time thinking about marketing for
Nose,
this game.
nose,
I'm
positive.
getting crazy. I'm
Lips,
going crazy.
lips,
I don't want
positive. Lips, teeth, positive.
to. I wish
Nose,
someone would
positive.
just join
Maybe
us
we
and do
should
that.
actually add an X-ray.
An X-ray mode for just
I
the
don't
teeth and
think
the
so.
tongue.
It's very funny
Lips,
to
teeth,
see.
positive.
It's very uncanny though.
Yeah, I've
It's
been
very
playing
weird.
this game like this
Nose,
most of the
nose,
time because I need to
positive.
see the shapes.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, I like the shadows.
Yeah.
Nose, positive.
And yeah, since the different characters that we don't have yet will all have different points amounts, there will be maybe a character that will love kissing with
Nose,
tongue, with the nose.
positive.
Yeah.
So
Nose,
have just this
positive.
and
Nose kissing.
nose kissing. Look, it works.
Nose,
That's the
nose,
positive.
positive.
Guy to
That's the
satisfy,
easiest. Maybe that's level 1. We
Yeah,
haven't.
No,
It's all going to be random
Lips, positive.
because I don't want to set up more stuff.
Lips, positive.
Oh, no, I need to do this. Come closer.
Lips, positive. Lips,
Oh, just here sitting and
positive.
playing, which is a good sign.
It's a good sign. It's stupid. I love it. I can't wait for the tongue to be added to the mix. It's gonna.
It's going to
Look at
add a
that.
lot more fun to the gameplay because this is
Yeah.
very limited.
Yeah, so far it's very limited, but also like the more we perfect a bit, like as we were discussing the fact that for now they're just advancing, but we actually want it to be more like coming mouth first.
Yeah, I want
rather
them
than
to
just pushing the head.
do something like this and then like this, something like that. Slightly, and then I don't know. I need to adjust the position a little bit more.
Yeah.
This is this one. No.
Nope. Don't do that.
I'll see. I'll figure it out. But I'll look into the bones and stuff.
Like it looks weird because the head is not there.
Oh yeah. Wait. Up. Here we go. But yeah, have it like slightly forward angled. Have this one as well, a little bit angled forward. This one can go a little bit higher, and this one can go a little bit higher as well. And then we can have something like this, which is more kissy face.
Yeah, it feels more like a kiss.
It's
a kiss position.
it's
where
leaning
you
in.
do lean in, mouth first.
Because you don't
Not
slide
nose.
towards your partner when you're kissing.
Yeah, you don't go with nose first.
No,
That's
unless
the
you're
point
like
is not to go nose first.
unless you're like skateboarding or something. But otherwise you don't
Yeah.
slide.
Yeah,
But yeah, I
that's
want
not-
to
yeah, sure.
set this up. I think I need to basically track the movements of these 3 points, and then have the head be like from minimum position and maximum position, have it angle.
Yeah.
And have, since the both heads will angle then the same way, they will meet in a satisfying way, maybe.
Probably,
And
or
then
at least in a visually interesting way.
and then the tilting thing will still work. I might cheat it a little bit by doing this.
Yeah, that works.
Because the mouths still need to be in front one of another, but the noses don't, so it's a little moving stuff out of the way whenever you tilt. And
Yeah,
since we're on this side, it doesn't really matter. I can just, if I want to, I can just move the nose out of the way, not like that.
Nope.
Like a little bit there, and it's fine. It doesn't really register.
Yeah,
Is it-
visually it doesn't.
As long as it looks fine from this angle, it's fine.
It is.
So
Indeed.
that's a lot of
Indeed. But yeah, so it's there's a lot of refining that, but first the tongue to see how much it,
yes.
what it does,
It's
and
going
what
to
it adds, and then we refine all the positioning and stuff so that it works. But first we solve the tongue issue.
Yes. First the tongue, then we'll see.
Yeah.
Or unless I get really, really, really annoyed with the tongue, and I'll do that head pose tilt thing first. I
Yeah,
don't know
sure.
yet.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm gonna continue experimenting with texture, look at shaders and stuff,
Yeah.
and probably start working on how to make hair.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I wasn't even thinking about hair anymore.
I was.
Mm-hmm.
It's terrible. It's not gonna be easy.
Yeah, I can turn the gravity back on now that we don't have physical bones anymore.
Sure.
So that way we can use the
Well,
jangly hair.
I'm gonna wait until you confirm that the tongue isn't physical.
Oh, if the tongue is
Before-
physical, I know. I didn't know how before, but
Yeah.
now I know how to
Okay.
remove it from the gravity.
Mhm.
Otherwise, the tongue will just fall, and that's not what we want.
Sure.
We want the tongue to stay in the mouth.
Yeah.
Or half out, but at least anchor to it still.
Definitely. But yeah, no, I'm gonna start working on that, and
Yes.
probably as long as you tell me like this head is good, I'm gonna work on variations.
So far, it's good.
Yeah.
I think.
I'm gonna wait until you have the tongue and everything.
Yeah. Once
working
the head
be
is
sure.
done and working, and we're like, are we good with this? Do we
Yeah.
need to change stuff? What do we need specifically to be
Mhm.
better?
Also, we were discussing pupils, so
Oh yeah,
well,
pupils,
eyelids.
eyes.
Eyelids. and
I'd
stuff.
like the eyes to close when you get like at
I
50% or something
I know it's a pain.
of your kiss.
It's a pain with the way I went at
Yeah,
it,
but
but we were discussing solutions.
it's
to that,
kissing, so overanalyze your kiss. Normally, you don't kiss eyes open all the time.
yeah, no, I agree. That's why at first that's why I made eyelids.
Yeah,
But then I made them and I was like, it's a pain. So
we cannot close these.
yeah, and also I went for style over usefulness first.
Yeah,
So which was a mistake as usual, but it worked.
yeah.
So I'm gonna work on that, and I'm gonna paint a few eyes also maybe.
Yeah. Did we say this before the stream or during the stream?
Before the
We
stream.
talked about this, how the eyes could work.
Before the stream. I'm
Yeah.
basically gonna make something a bit equivalent to that, but that goes over like half the eye,
Mhm.
and so that we only have to rotate it around the eyelid.
Yeah,
area.
rotate it or make it show up or something.
Yeah, something like that. I'm gonna
Because it can just be another mesh that
Yeah.
gets triggered, and it doesn't need to have animations or whatever. It's
Yeah.
just going to be open,
or a
closed.
very quick one that
Yeah.
doesn't really. I don't care. I don't care if it looks weird at this point. It's fine.
No, it's supposed to be looking
Yeah.
weird a little bit.
Yeah, that's it. Or maybe I'll find a way to make that
Mm-hmm.
one go over the thing, and that way I can only rotate it. But I doubt it.
Yeah, if you make this like a half sphere or
It's
something,
gonna be a pain. I'm not gonna lie.
I know.
It
but
doesn't
if
have another half.
Yeah, I know, but if
Yeah.
it goes this way, that way you can orient it, tilt it, and then do. Whoop.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna just go with a sphere.
You're right.
Put a sphere over it, and then deform the sphere to adhere mostly to the lid, and then just go like, whoop,
Close,
whoop,
close.
burp, burp.
Ready.
Like,
It doesn't even have to have bones or anything. It's
no,
just going to be an
nothing.
animation
I'm just
in.
gonna add it and work.
It's just going to be
I
an
just need to
animation in
remember
here.
it. Like I'm gonna forget for sure.
Um,
You remind me at some point, I'm sure.
I'm going to send you a Discord message right now.
It doesn't. It's not gonna work because I need to remember it in 3 days from now, or something like that. You know, like on Monday next week.
Fine. I'll write it in the document
Yeah.
in the documentation somewhere.
Yeah, sure.
Ah. Okay.
It does look good. That one does
That's
look
good.
incredible.
Where's the documentation? Here it is. Let me see.
Game design.
Game design? Animations?
Animations, probably.
Animations.
Eyelid.
Think of the eyelids.
Yeah. There's an E
There we go.
missing.
Oh yeah, the eyelids.
The eyelids.
Aren't those like the elves in Oblivion or something? I don't remember.
I have no idea.
No, you have not played Oblivion a lot, I think.
No.
That's what I thought. I've been playing Morrowind again.
I know. As every 2 years?
Oh, at this point it's like every year or something. Whenever I'm like, what should I play? Let's install Morrowind.
Let's reinstall Morrowind for sure. Yeah, I can judge you. I reinstall a game I haven't played in years.
What is it?
It's Lethis Path of Progress. It's basically Pharaoh, you know, like the
Yeah,
old
yeah.
Sierra game management city builder thing. But it's the same but steampunk.
Ooh.
And it was made by a French studio, and it's quite nice.
I'm
And
not
I
going to-
had bought it like years and years ago, and I had enjoyed it, but I hadn't gone deep into it because it was very much like Pharaoh. So I would like, I kind of miss Pharaoh, so I want
Let me just play Pharaoh.
right away, or Caesar if you were more into that, is the same. But it's really the same function. It works exactly the same. It was clearly an homage, and the same studio then got the rights to do the remake of Pharaoh from Sierra.
Ooh,
So
that's nice.
There's a whole tree, you know, like a whole
Yeah.
a whole little domino effect on it, and that I followed for a bit. So it was nice.
I've never played those games.
I love them.
I know of them.
I love them. Really, it's really fine. So recently, because I was sick and everything, like I just want I need something comforting and familiar, but still challenging.
Is it like
So I went into it, and I'm very far into the campaign now.
is it similar to like Anno 16 stuff?
I don't know. I haven't played it. But
Okay.
It's
It's like City Builder,
City builder
yeah.
management
Yeah.
game. It's a
Okay.
bit like Age of Empires and stuff. Usual, but it's more about urbanism,
Mm-hmm.
where you have to build roads and make
Oh, yeah.
everything connect in a right way, not be too far but not too close, handle circulation and stuff. Like you don't want your grocery delivery or the guy who distributes the food to have to go all across the city.
Yeah, of course.
So you have to limit its movements, but then you have to have more of them. So you have to have enough stock for each grocery store and stuff. So it's very nice. Love it.
Nice.
It's not hard, but it's still challenging enough, and it's very, very, very familiar. So very comforting.
Yeah, we all have our comfort games.
Yeah.
For me, it's Morrowind. And also, they keep releasing more stuff.
Yeah. They
The
do.
modding scene is just too big. Anyway,
Yeah. Now, one of my comfort games is usually like The Sims.
Mm.
But it's a lot to reinstall every time. So I'm like,
didn't they redo them recently? 1 and 2 are out in.
maybe.
They did a remaster that they work now on big systems, on
Oh,
recent computers, and
they still did,
and you don't have to install every single extension. It's just all in there right away,
which is nice.
which is nice.
But I assume it costs a lot. Of
I
money.
think so. It's EA after all. They're probably
But-
charging like $40 or something.
Yeah, well, $40 will be still much less than
Oh, of course.
buying all the space, especially for if it is a Sim 3, which I don't think they have done that for the Sim
No,
3.
it's this. It's 1 and 2.
1 and 2, yeah, I bet.
I think it's a
But,
pack with 1 and 2, and like for $40 you have both with all the extensions,
Yeah, I don't.
which is
I don't.
pretty nice.
I mean, the Sims 2 are really cool, maybe. But
I've played a
it's-
lot of Sims 1 and 2.
It's not just that it's a lot to install. it's also a lot to get into every time.
Mm.
Like you're like, oh yeah, I have to rebuild. I have to build a new thing.
I need to build a new house.
and make the house and the other places and the stuff and I'm like, I need to have a lot of time in front of me or a lot of depression in me.
Yeah.
Because if I have a lot of depression in me, then yes, I'm gonna take that time at some point because I'm not gonna be able to sleep well. I'm not gonna be able to do anything. Might as
Yeah.
well. But
Sometimes you need a
yeah, you need a
depression
break.
game. Wow.
But yeah, no, I'm not at that point yet. So that's good. I
That's
guess.
good.
I guess that's good. Yeah.
Yay. Yay for less depression.
It's not it's not a Sims 4 time for me. But yeah, no, that's it for this week, I think.
Yeah, that's
If
it.
we're about to talk about the Sims, I need to stop before I take the hour.
It's fine.
But
We
yeah,
can do
no.
whatever we want. This is our spot
Sure.
to do stuff.
Sure, but I mean, it's also dinner time soon.
It's dinner time. It's time to go eat. It smells delicious here.
It does.
I don't know what it is. We'll see.
I know. But I'm not telling you because I don't know how to say it in English. So.
It's fine. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching, everyone. We shall see you all next week
And bye-bye.
for some more stuff.
Yeah, more kissing stuff.
Maybe
More
tongues.
disgusting, moist stuff.
Yeah, maybe we'll have sounds. I don't know. If I get really annoyed, maybe I might. I'll just say, okay, let's close Godot and do make sounds for a day.
I don't know if we'll have sound, but we'll have at least an attempt at a tongue.
Yeah.
Which is great.
Yes.
Honestly, we've waited for this. So, bye everyone.
Hey, goodbye.